It is F1000. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Points, home Grand Prix.
Cool.
Norris has taken pole! What's Verstappen doing? Piastri third, let's have a look. Oh, he's done it! He's done it, my goodness! Oh, what a performance from McLaren! Second and third!
Has the lead, then it's Piastri, then it's Lando Norris. No grip, no traction, no drive for Lewis Hamilton. McLaren, what an outstanding drive once again.
McLaren, a team known for papaya orange, starting off as champions and being one of the oldest teams on the grid. A team with one of the broadest histories of all time, spanning 61 years. The team was founded in 1963 by Bruce McLaren, a racer who decided to make his own team, winning its first Grand Prix at the 1968 Belgian Grand Prix. They've won 12 Drivers' World Championships and 9 Constructors' Championships in their years as a team, continuing to pave the way as one of the most historic teams on the grid. But who exactly are all of these drivers who made up this long journey? With a total of well over 50, many have been lost to time. So who are some of the ones that maybe we don't know as much about? Let me attempt, keyword attempt, to summarize all of these drivers in about 10 minutes.
As they thunder away to a perfect start.
Timmy Mayer, an American driver, always seemed to have a foot in the racing world. From Formula Junior to Factory Minis, Timmy was considered one of the 2 East Coast crumplers of Formula history. Back from America in hopes of linking the United States deeper into the world of motorsports, Bruce McLaren had a liking for him and was quickly signed off on the deal. Timmy Mayer was to race for McLaren in 1964. His career was full of powerful races. He went head-to-head with Bruce McLaren himself, led races such as Tasman, and qualified his Cooper on the front row in Queensland just as he turned 29. He was marked as a competitive driver, a young face fueled with the desire to win. Despite the fact that his movements were sometimes janky and rushed, there was no question that he was a fast driver. In his career, he gained 4 podiums and a strong start to his abruptly ended career. His tragic passing during the long Ford circuit made his career short-lived as his life prematurely ended. Sadly, due to blown engines, Timmy never got his win in Queensland and failed to attain one later in his career. As an apprentice to Bruce McLaren, a driver who was feared in his career, and a memory that deserves to be remembered.
Gilles Villeneuve of Canada.
The Aviator, Gilles Villeneuve, another McLaren driver who we haven't heard about in quite a long time. The French-Canadian driver made a name for himself, well known for his aggressive and flamboyant driving style, doing things such as using the opposite lock to slide the car through the corners. Hired and debuted in the 1977 Silverstone Grand Prix, where he had a delayed start due to issues with his car, he finished in 11th place. His lap times and his sense of attack, however, didn't escape the eyes of fellow drivers. His career was filled with challenging races and a lot of adaptability, switching teams and cars left and right. He was known for a rough run at the track before flying past these hurdles, landing 2 Vice World Champions. Yet another driver who's one to be remembered for making his mark by taming cars and tracks.
James Hutchins edging into the lead.
1973 is when this British driver started racing in Formula 1. Making his Formula 1 debut in the Monaco Grand Prix, he took podiums in his rookie season at the Dutch and United States Grand Prix, and he caught the eyes of many at a very young age. He joined McLaren in 1976, instantly in a battle for the WDC with Niki Lauda, where Hunt won the World Drivers' Championship by a single point in his debut season with McLaren. His driving style was known for being smooth and fearless in most circumstances, when he wasn't earning his nickname the Shunt by crashing into fellow drivers and walls in his earlier seasons. A truly incredible driver who battled intense anxiety and pressure his entire career until his painless retirement in 1978, where he went on to become a sports commentator. Yet another driver we tend to forget when people bring up this history-rich team. Joining McLaren with huge feet to fill, Berger was a driver immediately ruffling feathers the moment he stepped into the orange car. With the drive to win, the pressure got to his head, paired with the fact that he was driving a car that was not yet meant for his body. Gerhard was a highly anticipated driver from the moment he walked onto the track, and while he didn't win with McLaren, he managed to challenge one of the best drivers of all time, outperforming Senna on several occasions. Known for his humor and determination, Berger is yet another driver worth remembering.
John Watson on the right-hand side of your picture there.
In 1979, Watson moved to McLaren, where he gave them their first victory in over 3 years by winning the 1981 British Grand Prix, immediately placing himself as a name to be remembered. Known for his sometimes aggressive driving style and determination, John served as the only competitive British driver after James Hunt's abrupt retirement. 1982 was his most successful year, where he was allowed to finish third in the Drivers' Championship, winning 2 Grand Prix and standing on the podium even more. He managed to rise up from P17 to P1 on 2 occasions, and there was no doubt that Watson was a driver who wouldn't let things get in his way. He managed to beat legends such as Hunt and Lauda, up to his retirement and shift in motorsports in 1984, a driver who showed just how powerful a car could be, how powerful McLaren could be. Over the course of McLaren's long-standing career, we have gone to see legends such as Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost race along the track with some of the most legendary moments in history. Last season as well was filled with incredible moments that we'll never forget.
McLaren, for their efforts wanting to win a Constructors' Championship, and for the first time since 1998, McLaren are Constructors' Champions because Lando Norris takes the checkered flag and wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It was all McLaren needed to get their car home in front. McLaren gave them a great challenge. McLaren, for their efforts this year, deserved that Constructors' Championship, and how great to see both crews out in the pit lane saying well done after an epic.
Today, we get to watch 2 more incredible racers in the WDC standings, pushing forward this legacy. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, 2 amazing drivers, both with a drive to succeed. 2 racers who I assure will not be forgotten.